Stop waiting for your life to change. Your future is not being decided by your dreams. It is being decided by your daily discipline. Every excuse you make, every distraction you accept, and every promise you break to yourself is creating the life you will live tomorrow. Success is never owned by the talented. It is earned by the disciplined. Today, you will learn how to control your mind, eliminate excuses, build unstoppable habits, and become the person success cannot ignore. Your transformation begins now. Chapter 1. Stop Obeying Your Emotions. Part 1. Most people are not defeated by lack of talent. They are defeated by their emotions. That is the truth nobody wants to hear. People blame bad luck. They blame circumstances. They blame other people. But very few people blame the real enemy. The enemy is emotional control. Every morning you wake up with two choices. You can obey your emotions, or you can obey your purpose. Most people choose emotions. They say, I don't feel like waking up. I don't feel like working. I don't feel like exercising. I don't feel like learning. Those 5 words have destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. Listen carefully. Success has never cared about how you feel. Success only responds to what you repeatedly do. Your emotions are temporary. Your future is permanent. So why are you allowing temporary feelings to decide your permanent future? That is exactly what average people do. They let today's mood control tomorrow's results. Then they wonder why nothing changes. Nothing changes because they change their actions every time their emotions change. Discipline refuses to do that. Discipline says, I will do it anyway. That simple sentence separates winners from everyone else. Do it anyway. You're tired. Do it anyway. You're afraid. Do it anyway. Nobody believes in you. Do it anyway. You failed yesterday. Do it anyway. That is discipline. And discipline creates freedom. Most people believe freedom means doing whatever they want. That is not freedom. That is emotional slavery. Real freedom comes from controlling yourself. Because the person who cannot control themselves will always be controlled by something else. Comfort, distraction, fear, laziness, pleasure, excuses. Every one of those becomes a master when discipline is absent. Ask yourself an honest question. How many opportunities have you lost simply because you didn't feel ready? How many goals have disappeared because your emotions changed? How many promises have you broken to yourself? Every broken promise weakens your confidence. Every excuse tells your brain, you cannot trust yourself. Eventually, your own mind stops believing your words. That is dangerous. Confidence is not built by talking. Confidence is built by keeping promises to yourself. Say you will wake up early, then wake up early. Say you will read, then read. Say you will train, then train. Every time you follow through, you strengthen your identity. Every time you quit, you weaken it. Your identity is built by repeated actions, not repeated intentions. Intentions sound good. Actions change lives. Understand this deeply. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is intentional. Motivation arrives without warning. It also leaves without warning. If your success depends on motivation, your success will always be temporary. That is why successful people never wait to feel motivated. They build routines. Routines remove emotional decision-making. When your alarm rings, you wake up, not because you feel like it, because that is who you are. When it is time to work, you work, not because it is exciting, because excellence requires consistency. The brain loves comfort. Comfort feels safe. Comfort requires no effort. Comfort whispers, skip today, rest one more hour. You deserve a break. But comfort never tells you the full story. Comfort today often becomes regret tomorrow. Growth begins the moment comfort ends. Everything valuable exists outside comfort. Strength, confidence, discipline, success. They all require discomfort. That is why discomfort is not your enemy. Discomfort is your teacher. Every difficult workout teaches resilience. Every focused hour teaches discipline. Every sacrifice teaches self-control. Stop running from discomfort. Start respecting it. The strongest people in the world are not people who never struggle. They're people who keep moving while struggling. They understand one truth. Feelings come and go. Purpose remains. Never allow temporary emotions to replace permanent purpose. The person who masters this becomes unstoppable. Look at your life honestly. Were your biggest mistakes caused by logic or emotion? Most impulsive decisions are emotional. Most regrets begin emotionally. Most excuses sound emotional. That is why emotional discipline is one of the greatest life skills you can ever develop. Before making a decision, pause. Ask yourself, is this decision based on purpose or emotion? That single question can completely change your future. Purpose builds. Emotion reacts. Purpose thinks long-term. Emotion wants immediate comfort. Purpose creates success. Emotion often creates regret. You must train yourself to pause before reacting. When someone insults you, pause. When you feel discouraged, pause. When you want to quit, pause. Do not let emotions make permanent decisions. Instead, let discipline speak. Say to yourself, I do what must be done, even when I don't feel like doing it. Repeat it again. I do what must be done, even when I don't feel like doing it. Make it your daily standard, because the quality of your life is determined by what you repeatedly do when nobody is watching. That is where discipline is born, not in public, in private, not during applause, during silence, not when life is easy, when life is difficult. This is the first lesson of lasting success. Stop obeying your emotions. Start obeying your purpose. Because the day discipline becomes stronger than your feelings is the day your life begins to change. Now understand something even deeper. Your emotions are excellent servants, but they are terrible leaders. The moment your emotions begin leading your life, your future begins falling apart. Why? Because emotions constantly change. One day you feel confident. The next day you feel uncertain. One morning you feel unstoppable. The next morning you question everything. If your actions change every time your emotions change, your results will never become consistent. And success has always rewarded consistency. Not intensity, not talent, not luck. Consistency. That is why discipline always defeats emotion over the long term. Look at every successful person you admire. Do you think they always felt motivated? Of course not. They had bad days. They felt tired. They faced rejection. They experienced fear. But they continued. That is the difference. They continued. They understood a powerful truth. Feelings are temporary. Discipline is permanent. The people who win are not people who never struggle. They are people who refuse to let struggle become an excuse. Remember this every morning. Your feelings are temporary. Your mission is permanent. Do not trade your future for temporary comfort. Comfort never built greatness. Comfort never created champions. Comfort never transformed ordinary people into extraordinary people. Growth begins where comfort ends. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you become mentally stronger. Every time you keep your promise to yourself, your self-respect grows. And self-respect changes everything. Most people think confidence comes first. It doesn't. Action comes first. Confidence follows action. Imagine two people. The first waits until they feel confident. The second starts before they feel ready. Who grows faster? Always the second person. Because action creates confidence. Waiting creates doubt. Stop waiting. Start moving. Even if the step is small. Move. Every day. Without exception. You don't need perfect conditions. You need consistent action. You don't need endless motivation. You need daily discipline. You don't need a different dream. You need stronger commitment. Repeat that to yourself. I do not need more motivation. I need more discipline. Again, I do not need more motivation. I need more discipline. Make those words part of your identity, because identity drives behavior. The disciplined person doesn't ask, "Do I feel like it?" The disciplined person asks, "What must be done?" Then they do it, without negotiation, without excuses, without delay. That is mental strength. Stop negotiating with your weaker self. Every time you negotiate with laziness, laziness wins. Every time you negotiate with distraction, distraction wins. Every time you negotiate with fear, fear grows stronger. In the negotiation, decide once, then act. The strongest people reduce decisions. They create standards. I exercise every day. I read every day. I protect my focus. Those are not goals. They're standards. Standards eliminate excuses. Raise your standards, and your life rises with them. Lower your standards, and your life follows. Never underestimate the power of one disciplined day. One disciplined day becomes one disciplined week. One disciplined week becomes one disciplined month. One disciplined month becomes one disciplined year. Eventually, discipline stops feeling difficult. It becomes your identity. People will call you lucky. They will admire your success. They will praise your confidence. But they will never see the thousands of moments when you chose discipline over emotion. That is where success is built. Quietly, patiently, repeatedly. Behind every great achievement is someone who refused to quit because of a temporary feeling. Become that person. When you are tired, continue. When you're discouraged, continue. When nobody notices your effort, continue. When progress feels slow, continue. Success belongs to people who continue. That is why discipline is freedom. Freedom from excuses. Freedom from regret. Freedom from emotional chaos. Freedom from becoming the person you are capable of leaving behind. Ask yourself one final question. Who is controlling your life today? Your emotions or your standards? Your comfort or your purpose? Your fear or your discipline? Be brutally honest, because honesty creates transformation. Starting today, make one decision. Never ask yourself whether you feel like doing the work. Ask only one question. What must be done? Then do it. Again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. Because success is never built through emotional moments. Success is built through disciplined repetition. The world rewards people who keep showing up long after excitement disappears. Be one of those people. Remember the lesson of this chapter. Your emotions are temporary. Your purpose is permanent. Your feelings will change. Your mission must not. Do what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Repeat it until it becomes part of who you are. Do what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. That single principle can transform your health, your finances, your relationships, your mindset, your future. Master your emotions, and you begin mastering your life. You have learned that discipline must become stronger than emotion. You have stopped waiting for motivation and started taking control through consistent action. But discipline begins in an even deeper place, your mind. Every action is first a thought. Every habit is first a belief. And every success is first created internally before it appears externally. Now, let's move to the foundation of lasting transformation. Chapter 2. Train your mind before you train your life. Everything in your life begins in one place. Your mind. Before success becomes reality, it becomes a thought. Before discipline becomes a habit, it becomes a decision. Before confidence becomes visible, it becomes a belief. If you want to change your life, stop looking at your circumstances first. Look at your thinking, because your thinking is creating your future. Most people spend years trying to change their results while ignoring the mind that produces those results. That never works. A weak mind cannot build a strong life. A distracted mind cannot build focused success. A negative mind cannot create positive results. Everything starts internally, then it appears externally. That is why you must train your mind before you try to train your life. Listen carefully. Your brain is always learning. Every conversation, every video, every book, every habit, every thought, you're programming yourself every single day. The only question is this: were you programming strength or weakness, discipline or excuses, growth or comfort? Because your mind accepts repetition as truth. If you repeat, "I can't do this," your brain begins believing it. If you repeat, "I'm always unlucky," your brain searches for proof. If you constantly complain, your brain becomes an expert at finding problems. But if you repeatedly tell yourself, "I finish what I start, I stay disciplined, I grow stronger every day," your mind begins building a new identity. Never underestimate the power of self-talk. The conversation you have with yourself is shaping the person you become. No one speaks to you more than you do. So become careful with your words. Stop saying, "I am lazy," "I'm not smart enough," "I always fail." Those are not facts. They are labels, and labels become identities. Instead say, "I am becoming more disciplined. I solve problems. I stay focused. I keep my promises." Your brain listens. Your brain believes. The mind follows repetition. Now understand another powerful truth. Your attention is your greatest asset. Whatever holds your attention eventually controls your life. If your attention belongs to distractions, your future belongs to distractions. If your attention belongs to learning, your future belongs to growth. Protect your attention. Protect it like your life depends on it, because it does. Every notification steals focus. Every unnecessary scroll steals time. Every distraction steals opportunity. Most people lose their future one distraction at a time. Then they wonder why years disappear. Focus is becoming rare. That is why focused people become valuable. Imagine working without checking your phone every few minutes. Imagine reading without interruption. Imagine thinking deeply without constant noise. That ability alone separates extraordinary people from average people. Your environment also trains your mind. If you surround yourself with negative people, negativity becomes normal. If you surround yourself with excuses, excuses become acceptable. If you surround yourself with ambitious people, growth becomes natural. Choose your environment carefully, because environments create habits, and habits create identity. Never believe that willpower alone is enough. Design your environment for success. Put books where you can see them. Keep your phone away while working. Create a clean workspace. Wake up before distractions wake up. Success becomes easier when your environment supports your goals. Now ask yourself another question. What are you feeding your mind every day? Fear, drama, gossip, or wisdom? Your mind becomes whatever you repeatedly consume. Feed it knowledge. Feed it discipline. Feed it ideas that challenge you. Every great leader was once a great learner. Every successful entrepreneur became successful because they continued learning while others stopped. Learning is not optional. Learning is survival. The day you stop learning is the day you stop growing. Read books. Listen to audiobooks. Study successful people. Learn psychology. Understand human behavior. Strengthen your thinking, because strong thinking creates strong decisions, and strong decisions create extraordinary lives. Remember this: your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. If your thoughts improve, your actions improve. If your actions improve, your habits improve. If your habits improve, your identity changes. Everything begins with the mind. Train your mind every single day. Not once a week. Not when you feel inspired. Every day. Because the strongest life is built by the strongest mind. Now let me tell you something that most people never realize. Your life is not controlled by your circumstances. It is controlled by your mental programming. The way you think determines the way you act. The way you act determines the habits you build. The habits you build determine the life you live. Everything starts in the mind. That is why training your mind is the highest form of self-improvement. Most people train their bodies. Very few train their minds. That is why they remain physically capable but mentally weak. The moment life becomes difficult, they quit. Not because they lack ability, because they lack mental endurance. Mental endurance is built the same way physical endurance is built. Through repetition, through resistance, through discipline. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen your mind. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this teaching me? That single question changes everything. Problems stop becoming obstacles. They become teachers. Failure stops becoming an ending. It becomes feedback. Criticism stops becoming pain. It becomes information. A disciplined mind never wastes pain. It converts pain into power. That is why successful people grow through difficulties while others are destroyed by them. They think differently, and different thinking creates different results. Never underestimate the power of perspective. Two people can experience the same setback. One gives up, the other grows stronger. The event was the same. The mindset was different. That is why mindset is everything. Protect your mindset every single day. Protect it from negativity. Protect it from doubt. Protect it from people who constantly complain. Protect it from your own limiting beliefs. Remember this. Not every thought deserves your attention. You do not have to believe every thought that enters your mind. Some thoughts are fear. Some thoughts are insecurity. Some thoughts are simply old habits trying to keep you comfortable. Challenge those thoughts. Replace them. Strengthen them. Your mind follows the thoughts you practice the most. Practice courage. Practice confidence. Practice gratitude. Practice discipline. Eventually, those thoughts become automatic. That is how identity changes. Now think about the people you admire. They're not mentally strong by accident. They trained their thinking. They chose responsibility over excuses. They chose action over fear. They chose purpose over comfort. You can make the same choice. Starting today, become intentional about what enters your mind. Read books that challenge you. Listen to audiobooks that educate you. Study successful people instead of comparing yourself to them. Comparison weakens confidence. Learning builds confidence. There is a huge difference. When you compare yourself, you focus on what you lack. When you learn from others, you focus on what you can become. Choose learning. Every single day, build a morning routine that strengthens your thinking. Wake up without immediately reaching for your phone. Spend a few quiet minutes reflecting. Read something meaningful. Write your goals. Visualize the disciplined person you are becoming. Feed your mind before the world feeds it for you. Because if you don't control your mind, someone else will. Advertisements, social media, negative news, other people's opinions. They are all competing for your attention. Do not give them control over your future. Take ownership. Remember, your attention is your greatest investment. Invest it wisely. Think long-term. The disciplined mind is patient. It understands that transformation does not happen overnight. Every focused day is another brick in the foundation of your future. Most people quit because they cannot see immediate results. Do not be like most people. Trust the process. Trust the repetition. Trust the daily discipline. One focused day becomes one focused week. One focused week becomes one focused month. One focused month becomes one focused year. Then one day people call you successful. They only see the result. They never see the thousands of disciplined thoughts that created it. Success is invisible before it becomes visible. It begins in the mind. That is why you must guard your thinking every single day. Speak strength. Think growth. Choose discipline. Repeat powerful beliefs until they become your identity. Say to yourself, "My mind works for me, not against me. I control my attention. I protect my focus. I choose growth over comfort. I become stronger every single day." Repeat those words until they become reality. Because repetition creates belief. Belief creates action. Action creates habits. Habits create success. Never forget the lesson of this chapter. Train your mind before you train your life. Because a disciplined mind creates disciplined actions. Disciplined actions create disciplined habits. Disciplined habits create extraordinary results. Everything begins with the way you think. Control your thoughts. Protect your attention. Feed your mind wisdom. Reject excuses. Reject negativity. Reject average thinking. Build the mindset that success requires. Your life will always rise or fall to the level of your thinking. Raise your thinking. Raise your standards. Raise your life. This is where lasting transformation begins. You have learned that every success is created in the mind before it appears in reality. You have strengthened your thinking, protected your focus, and taken ownership of your mental world. Now it is time to turn disciplined thinking into disciplined action. Because thoughts alone do not create success, daily habits do. Chapter 3. Build habits that make success inevitable. Part 1. Success is not an event. Success is a habit. Most people spend their lives chasing big moments while ignoring the small daily actions that create those moments. They dream about extraordinary results, but they refuse to commit to ordinary discipline. That is why they remain stuck. Listen carefully. Your future is hidden inside your daily habits. Not your wishes, not your intentions, not your motivation, your habits. Every morning you wake up and cast a vote for the person you are becoming. When you wake up early, you vote for discipline. When you exercise, you vote for strength. When you read instead of scrolling, you vote for wisdom. When you keep your promises, you vote for integrity. Every action is a vote. Every decision strengthens an identity. The question is simple. Who are you becoming? Because you are becoming someone every single day, whether intentionally or unintentionally. Most people never realize this. They believe habits are small. Habits are never small. Habits become lifestyles. Lifestyles become identities. Identities create destinies. Everything begins with repetition. You don't become successful because you worked hard once. You become successful because you worked hard repeatedly. Again and again and again. That is the secret. Repetition. The world celebrates talent. But talent without disciplined habits produces average results. Discipline beats talent when talent refuses to stay consistent. Never forget that. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Anyone can work hard for one day. Very few people can stay committed for 1 year. That is why consistency creates extraordinary people. Stop chasing perfection. Start chasing consistency. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be present. Every day, imagine improving by just 1% every day. One better decision. One extra page. One more workout. One less excuse. Those tiny improvements compound over time. At first, you see nothing. Then slowly, everything changes. This is how success works. Quietly, patiently, powerfully. Most people quit because they cannot see immediate progress. They dig a hole for 1 week. Then they stop. Next week they dig somewhere else. Then somewhere else. Eventually they have 10 shallow holes and no water. Successful people choose one place. Then they keep digging. Day after day. Month after month, year after year. Eventually they reach water. The lesson is simple. Stay consistent long enough to see the results. Stop starting over. Every restart resets progress. Every excuse delays success. Every distraction steals momentum. Momentum is one of the most valuable forces in life. Protect it. Never break a good habit without replacing it immediately. Never miss 2 days in a row. One missed day is a mistake. 2 missed days become a habit. 3 missed days become your new identity. Protect your standards, because standards determine behavior. Do not ask yourself, what do I feel like doing today? Ask yourself, what does the disciplined version of me do today? Then do exactly that. Successful people don't have better luck. They have better systems. They remove unnecessary decisions. They simplify discipline. They create routines. Wake up, exercise, learn, work, reflect, sleep, repeat. It sounds boring. That is why most people never become extraordinary. Greatness is built inside boring consistency. Master the ordinary. The extraordinary will follow. Do not underestimate morning routines. The first hour of your day often determines the quality of the next 12. Win the morning. Win the day. Lose the morning. Spend the rest of the day recovering. Create habits that protect your future. Read every day. Exercise every day. Write your goals every day. Think every day. Learn every day. Improve every day. Remember this powerful truth. Your habits are introducing you to your future before you ever arrive there. Choose them wisely, because one disciplined habit can change everything. Now understand something that separates successful people from everyone else. They never rely on willpower alone. Willpower is limited. Habits are automatic. Every time you depend on motivation, you give your emotions control. Every time you depend on habits, you give your future stability. That is why habits are more powerful than goals. Goals give you direction. Habits get you there. Never confuse the two. A goal without disciplined habits is only a wish. A dream without daily action is only imagination. You don't become successful because you dream big. You become successful because you work consistently. Day after day, week after week, month after month. The compound effect is invisible in the beginning. That is why so many people quit too early. They plant the seed, then they dig it up every week to see if it is growing. Success doesn't work that way. Growth takes time. Trust the process. Water the seed. Protect it. Stay patient. One day, the results will appear. Remember this. The habits you repeat daily become the story of your life. If you repeatedly choose comfort, your future will reflect comfort. If you repeatedly choose discipline, your future will reflect discipline. Your future is not a mystery. It is a mirror of your daily routine. Look at your schedule. It reveals your priorities. Look at your habits. They reveal your future. Stop lying to yourself. If your habits are weak, your results will be weak. If your habits are strong, your future will become strong. The truth is simple. You cannot build an extraordinary life with ordinary discipline. Raise your standards. Raise your routines. Raise your expectations. Start with one habit. Master it. Then build another. Do not try to change everything in one day. Change one thing. Then repeat it until it becomes automatic. Success is built one disciplined habit at a time. Another mistake people make is expecting every day to feel exciting. It won't. Some days will feel ordinary. Some days will feel difficult. Some days will feel frustrating. Do the work anyway. The disciplined person respects the process, not the mood. Your emotions will change. Your standards must not. Every day, ask yourself one question. What is the next right action? Not the biggest action. Not the perfect action. The next right action. Then complete it. Momentum grows through completed actions. Every completed habit tells your brain, I'm someone who finishes. That belief changes your identity, and identity changes everything. Never underestimate the power of keeping promises to yourself. When you say, I will read for 20 minutes, read for 20 minutes. When you say, I will exercise today, exercise. Every promise you keep increases self-respect. Every promise you break weakens trust in yourself. Protect your self-respect. It is one of your greatest assets. You also need accountability. Track your habits. Write them down. Measure your progress. Successful people measure what matters. Because what gets measured gets improved. Do not compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to yesterday. Become 1% better. One lesson smarter. One habit stronger. One excuse weaker. That is enough. Eventually, small improvements become extraordinary transformations. People will think your success happened overnight. They will never see the hundreds of ordinary days that created it. The early mornings, the repeated practice, the quiet discipline, the sacrifices, the consistency. That is where greatness is built. In the unseen moments, in the decisions nobody applauds, in the habits nobody notices. Always remember this. Your daily routine is creating your future whether you realize it or not. Choose routines that move you forward. Remove routines that hold you back. Replace scrolling with reading. Replace complaining with learning. Replace procrastination with action. Replace excuses with responsibility. Every replacement changes your identity, and every new identity changes your future. Repeat this truth until you believe it. My habits create my future. Again, my habits create my future. One more time. My habits create my future. Make those words your standard, not just something you hear, something you live. Because discipline is not a single decision. It is a lifestyle. It is choosing the right action repeatedly until it becomes automatic. That is how successful people think. That is how successful people live. Remember the lesson of this chapter. Success is not found. Success is built. Built through routines. Built through consistency. Built through discipline. Built through habits that are repeated long after motivation disappears. Master your habits, and you begin mastering your future. The person you become tomorrow depends on the habits you practice today. Protect them, strengthen them, repeat them, because the life you dream about is hidden inside the habits you choose every single day. You have learned that disciplined habits create disciplined results. Your routines are now aligned with your goals, and your daily actions are moving you toward success. But there is still one enemy capable of destroying everything you have built. It steals time, weakens focus, and silently destroys potential. Now it's time to eliminate that enemy. Chapter 4. Eliminate distractions. Multiply your results. Every person has the same 24 hours. Yet some people build companies. Some build strong bodies. Some master valuable skills. Some transform their entire lives. While others spend years making excuses. What is the difference? Focus. Your future is not destroyed by one big mistake. It is destroyed by thousands of small distractions. One unnecessary scroll. One pointless notification. One unnecessary conversation. One more episode. One more excuse. One more delay. Day after day. Week after week. Year after year. Distractions steal the life you could have lived. Listen carefully. The greatest thief in modern life is not failure. It is distraction. Distraction is dangerous because it feels harmless. You tell yourself, it's only 5 minutes. It's only one video. I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes another year. Then one day you look back and wonder where your time went. Time didn't disappear. Your distractions stole it. Remember this truth. Every distraction costs you something. It costs focus. It costs momentum. It costs discipline. Eventually, it costs your future. Ask yourself one honest question. How many dreams have been delayed because you chose comfort over concentration? How many opportunities disappeared while you were distracted? The answer may be painful, but pain creates awareness, and awareness creates change. Successful people understand something average people ignore. Attention is a currency. Where your attention goes, your life follows. If your attention belongs to social media all day, your future belongs to distraction. If your attention belongs to learning, your future belongs to growth. If your attention belongs to building, your future belongs to success. Protect your attention. It is your greatest investment. Your mind cannot produce extraordinary work while constantly switching between distractions. Every interruption resets your focus. Every notification pulls your brain away from meaningful progress. Deep work requires deep focus. Deep focus creates extraordinary results. That is why successful people intentionally remove distractions. They silence unnecessary notifications. They create quiet environments. They schedule time for focused work. They understand a simple principle. You cannot create an extraordinary future while living an ordinary, distracted life. Most people say they don't have enough time. That is rarely true. Most people have enough time. They simply give it away. They give it to endless scrolling, pointless arguments, negative news, mindless entertainment. Hours disappear. Dreams disappear with them. Stop saying, "I don't have time." Start asking, "What am I giving my time to?" That question changes everything. Because time is life. How you spend your hours determines how you spend your years. Every minute is a vote. Every hour is an investment. Invest wisely. Discipline begins by protecting your schedule. Create time blocks. Work without interruption. Read without interruption. Think without interruption. Train without interruption. Be completely present. Multitasking is not productivity. It is divided attention. And divided attention creates divided results. Do one thing. Finish it. Then move to the next. That is how excellence is built. Focus is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. At first, your mind will resist. It will crave stimulation. It will crave entertainment. It will search for excuses to stop. Ignore those urges. Stay with the task. Every minute you remain focused strengthens your mental discipline. Every distraction you resist builds self-control. This is not easy, but neither is living with regret. Choose your difficulty, the pain of discipline or the pain of wasted potential. One builds your future, the other destroys it. Your environment matters more than you think. If your phone is always beside you, it will steal your attention. If your television is always on, it will steal your focus. If your workspace is full of distractions, your mind will become distracted. Design your environment for success. Remove what weakens you. Add what strengthens you. Place books where you can reach them. Keep your workspace clean. Work in silence whenever possible. Protect your mornings. Protect your evenings. Protect your attention. Because attention is life. The disciplined person understands one powerful truth. You do not need more time. You need fewer distractions. That single realization can transform your career, your finances, your health, your relationships, your entire future. Every great achievement begins with focused attention. Without focus, effort is wasted. With focus, ordinary effort becomes extraordinary progress. Remember today's lesson. Every distraction steals a piece of your potential. Every moment of focus builds a better future. Choose wisely, because your future is watching every decision you make today. Now understand something that most people never realize. Distraction is not just stealing your time. It is stealing your identity. Every time you choose distraction instead of discipline, you reinforce the habit of avoiding what truly matters. Your brain remembers every decision. When you repeatedly choose comfort over commitment, your brain begins to believe, "This is who I am." That is dangerous, because identity always produces behavior. If you identify as someone who is easily distracted, you will continue to live that way. But the opposite is also true. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you strengthen a new identity. You begin telling yourself, I am disciplined. I finish what I start. I protect my attention. Those repeated actions become beliefs. Those beliefs become your character. That character becomes your future. Never underestimate the power of identity. Success is not only about what you do, it is about who you become while doing it. That is why every focused hour matters. Every distraction you resist is another victory over your weaker self, another step toward becoming mentally stronger. Remember this truth. The world is designed to distract you. Companies compete for your attention. Applications are built to keep you scrolling. Notifications are created to interrupt your thinking. If you do not intentionally protect your focus, someone else will control it. And when someone controls your attention, they slowly control your life. Do not allow that to happen. Take your attention back. Own your mornings. Do not begin your day by consuming everyone else's priorities. Begin your day by building your own. Spend the first hour creating, learning, planning, thinking, not scrolling. The way you begin your morning often determines the direction of your entire day. Strong mornings create productive days. Productive days create successful years. Now think about your goals. Every goal requires uninterrupted effort. No book is written through constant distraction. No business is built through endless notifications. No healthy body is created by choosing comfort every evening. Everything valuable requires sustained attention. Everything meaningful demands sacrifice. You must decide what deserves your focus, and everything else must become a distraction. Learn the power of saying no. Say no to unnecessary meetings. Say no to negative conversations. Say no to endless entertainment. Every time you say no to distraction, you say yes to your future. Successful people are not better because they have more opportunities. They become better because they protect the opportunities they already have. Time, attention, energy, these are your greatest assets. Guard them carefully. Energy is just as important as time. You cannot stay focused if your body is exhausted. Sleep well. Exercise regularly. Eat wisely. Take care of your health. A disciplined body supports a disciplined mind. Never separate physical discipline from mental discipline. They strengthen each other. Also learn the value of silence. The modern world fears silence, but silence creates clarity. When everything becomes quiet, you begin hearing your own thoughts. You begin solving problems. You begin creating ideas. You begin understanding yourself. Some of your greatest breakthroughs will happen in moments when there is no noise. Protect those moments. Schedule them. Respect them. The people who constantly seek entertainment rarely discover their true potential, because potential grows in focused effort, not constant stimulation. Now ask yourself another important question. What is distracting me from becoming the person I want to become? Write the answer down. Be honest. Maybe it is your phone. Maybe it is procrastination. Maybe it is negative people. Maybe it is fear. Maybe it is your own excuses. Whatever it is, face it, then remove it. One distraction removed today creates thousands of focused hours in the future. That is an incredible investment. Repeat this principle every morning. My attention is valuable. My focus creates my future. I will not trade my dreams for temporary distractions. Again, my attention is valuable. My focus creates my future. I will not trade my dreams for temporary distractions. Let those words become your standard, not just your motivation, your standard, because standards create discipline. Discipline creates consistency. Consistency creates excellence, and excellence creates success. Never forget the lesson of this chapter. The quality of your focus determines the quality of your future. Protect your attention. Protect your time. Protect your energy, because those three things are creating the life you will live tomorrow. The people who master focus become impossible to stop, not because they are the smartest, not because they're the most talented, but because they refuse to let distractions steal their destiny. Make that decision today. Choose purpose over pleasure. Choose concentration over confusion. Choose discipline over distraction. Every single day, one focused hour becomes one focused day. One focused day becomes one focused week. One focused week becomes one focused month. One focused month becomes one focused year. Eventually, people will see your success. They will never realize it was built one distraction-free day at a time. Remember this forever. Your attention is your life. Spend it wisely. Protect it fiercely. Use it intentionally, because where your attention goes, your future follows. You have mastered your emotions. You have trained your mind. You have built disciplined habits and learned to eliminate distractions. Now, there's only one final step. It is time to become the kind of person whose discipline, character, and consistency make success inevitable. Chapter 5. Become the person success cannot ignore. Part 1. This is the final lesson. Everything you have learned means nothing unless it changes who you become. Success is not something you chase. Success is something you attract by becoming the right person. Most people spend years chasing opportunities. Very few spend those years becoming worthy of them. That is the difference. The world rewards value, not wishes, not excuses, not potential. Value becomes so valuable that opportunities begin looking for you. Ask yourself one question. If success knocked on your door today, would you be ready? Would your habits support it? Would your mindset sustain it? Would your discipline protect it? Or would you lose it because you never became the person capable of keeping it? Remember this. Success is easier to achieve than it is to maintain. Many people reach success. Very few keep it. Why? Because success demands character. Character is built long before rewards arrive. It is built when nobody is watching, when nobody is clapping, when nobody believes in you. Character is built in silence. That is where champions are created, not on the stage, behind the scenes. You have already learned how to master your emotions. You have trained your mind. You have built powerful habits. You have protected your focus. Now combine them, because success is never one skill. It is the combination of many disciplined choices repeated for years. The strongest people are not perfect. They are consistent. Perfection creates pressure. Consistency creates progress. Stop trying to impress people. Start trying to improve yourself. The only competition that matters is yesterday's version of you. Become better. One decision, one habit, one lesson, one day at a time. That is how greatness is built. Never allow success to make you comfortable. Comfort is the beginning of decline. The moment you believe you have learned enough, you stop growing. The moment you believe you have achieved enough, you stop improving. Growth has no finish line. Keep learning. Keep reading. Keep listening. Keep asking questions. Keep becoming stronger. The greatest investment you will ever make is not in stocks, not in business, not in property. It is in yourself. Knowledge multiplies. Skills multiply. Discipline multiplies. Everything you invest in yourself continues paying you for the rest of your life. Become obsessed with improvement, not because you are never enough, but because you are capable of becoming so much more. There is greatness inside you, but greatness demands responsibility. Stop waiting for confidence. Confidence follows action. Stop waiting for perfect timing. Perfect timing does not exist. Start now. Act now. Improve now. The future belongs to people who move before they feel ready. The world is full of talented people who never became successful. Why? Because talent without discipline is wasted potential. Discipline always wins the long game. Every single time. When life becomes difficult, stay disciplined. When life becomes unfair, stay disciplined. When life becomes confusing, Stay disciplined, because discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Never burn that bridge. There will be days when nobody notices your work. Keep working. There will be days when results seem invisible. Keep working. There will be days when quitting feels easier. Keep working. Those days matter the most, because those are the days that build your character. Character creates destiny. Never forget that. People will remember your results, but your results will always be created by your character. Become the person success cannot ignore, not by demanding attention, but by becoming impossible to overlook through excellence. Quiet excellence, daily excellence, disciplined excellence. That is real success. Now understand the final truth. Success is never a destination. It is a responsibility. The moment you stop growing, you begin falling behind. The moment you stop learning, someone else begins passing you. Life rewards movement, not comfort, not excuses, not potential. Movement. Every single day, ask yourself one question. Who am I becoming? Not, what am I getting? Because what you become will always determine what you receive. Money follows value. Leadership follows character. Respect follows integrity. Success follows discipline. Become the person who deserves extraordinary results. The results will eventually follow. Many people chase recognition. Do not make that mistake. Recognition is temporary. Character is permanent. Build a life that does not need applause. Build a standard that does not depend on compliments. Work when nobody is watching. Study when nobody is checking. Improve when nobody is expecting it. Because those private moments create public victories. Remember this. Your habits are always speaking before your words do. Your discipline introduces you before you even speak. People trust consistency, not promises. If you say you'll do something, do it. If you make a commitment, keep it. If you set a goal, finish it. Become known as someone who follows through. That reputation is priceless. Never underestimate the power of reliability. Reliable people become leaders. Reliable people earn opportunities. Reliable people build successful lives. Not because they are perfect, because they are dependable. Now think about the version of yourself you imagined at the beginning of this audiobook. The disciplined version, the focused version, the confident version, the unstoppable version. That person is not waiting somewhere in the future. That person is created by the decisions you make today. Every disciplined choice brings you closer. Every excuse pushes you farther away. Choose wisely. The battle has never been between you and other people. It has always been between two versions of yourself. The version that seeks comfort and the version that seeks growth. Feed the right version. Every single day, there will always be distractions. Ignore them. There will always be critics. Outwork them. There will always be setbacks. Learn from them. There will always be fear. Walk through it. The people who achieve extraordinary success are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear become the decision maker. Let discipline make your decisions. Let purpose guide your actions. Let consistency build your future. One disciplined day may not change your life, but 1,000 disciplined days certainly will. Never forget the power of compound effort. Small actions, repeated daily, become extraordinary results. The world celebrates overnight success, but overnight success is usually built over many quiet years. Years of sacrifice, years of learning, years of discipline, years of refusing to quit. Become willing to pay that price. Because the price of discipline is always smaller than the price of regret. Imagine yourself 5 years from today. One version continued making excuses. The other version chose discipline. They read every day. They protected their focus. They strengthened their mind. They built powerful habits. They kept showing up. Which version do you want to become? The answer is not found in your dreams. It is found in your daily actions. Starting today, raise your standards. Protect your time. Guard your attention. Strengthen your character. Keep your promises. Respect your future. Become obsessed with growth. Never stop learning. Never stop improving. Never stop becoming. Repeat this every morning. I control my mind. I control my habits. I control my future. Again, I control my mind. I control my habits. I control my future. Live those words. Not just today, every day. Because success is not built by what you occasionally do. Success is built by what you consistently repeat. Always remember the 5 lessons from this audiobook. Master your emotions. Train your mind. Build powerful habits. Eliminate distractions. Become the person success cannot ignore. These are not motivational ideas. They are principles. Principles that have transformed ordinary people into extraordinary leaders. Now they are yours. Protect them. Practice them. Live them. One final reminder before you leave. Life does not reward good intentions. Life rewards disciplined execution. Stop waiting. Stop doubting. Stop negotiating with your weaker self. Start acting. Start building. Start becoming. The future you dream about is waiting for one decision. The decision to become disciplined. The decision to become responsible. The decision to become unstoppable. Make that decision today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Because your future is watching. And every decision you make from this moment forward is writing the story of your life. Write a story you will be proud to live. Become the person success cannot ignore. Become the person your future self will thank. And remember, the greatest victory you will ever achieve is not over your competitors. It is over the person you used to be. Everything you've heard today points to one truth. Success is not waiting for you. It is waiting for the disciplined version of you. Your mind will either become your greatest weapon or your greatest obstacle. Every thought you repeat, every habit you practice, and every decision you make is shaping the person you are becoming. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop negotiating with excuses. Stop allowing temporary emotions to control permanent goals. Choose discipline over comfort. Choose focus over distraction. Choose growth over fear. Choose action over excuses. Remember this every single day. Discipline your mind, and you will achieve success. If this audiobook challenged your thinking, don't let it end here. Listen to it again. Apply one lesson today, then another tomorrow. Real transformation begins with repeated action. Your future is built